Hi, boys. Well, I have the little snowflake thing on right now because it is still a little bit cold and chilly outside. I want to talk to you about this week. Today is March 7th, so tomorrow is going to be Monday, March 8th. On Mondays, if you remember, we don't have a whole lot that we need to do. Daddy doesn't go to work, Aiden doesn't go to school. And actually tomorrow we don't even have any appointments that we need to do. We might just need to run some errands. And we definitely need to do some picking up around the house, particularly in your rooms upstairs. We have 2 days before Gideon's birthday. We want to make sure that the house looks very nice for that. And also on Wednesday, Miss Susie is going to be coming to clean. And so we need to make sure that we have everything nice and tidy so that she can move through the house quickly. Also, Mommy very much needs to work on getting some laundry done because since you guys have been going outside so much and everything is still muddy or snowy, all your clothes are filthy. So I need to make sure that I am able to take care of that. Now, I want to talk about something new that our family is going to do. Since Gideon is turning 7 and Aiden is 5.5 and Teddy is walking, I think that you guys are old enough to start learning something called character qualities. We're going to be using the same list that the Duggars on TV use to teach their boys and girls character qualities. There are 48. They're a little bit like the fruits of the Spirit. Do you remember when we learned the fruits of the Spirit? Love, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, self-control. I think I might have forgotten joyfulness in there. I'm not sure. Anyway, these character qualities are a very good way for us to learn how God would like us to behave. And it's also going to help shape your hearts and your minds. And you know what? It doesn't really matter. It's just going to be fun to learn these 48 character qualities. And it's going to be good for Mommy and Daddy too to teach them to you. So this week, we are starting with one character quality. And I am going to tell you what it is. We are going to work on, here's my little card, here it is, hospitality. Now, I'm not talking about the kind of hospital that you go to whenever you're sick and you need a doctor and you need shots and stuff like that. I'm talking about hospitality. Now, I'm going to read you the definition for the character quality of hospitality that comes from the list that we're going to use. If you guys want to see the list that we're going to use, I'll show it to you. So, we want to have hospitality in our hearts instead of loneliness. Hospitality means cheerfully sharing food, shelter, and spiritual refreshment with those whom God brings into our lives. So, giving someone a cup of tea whenever they come to visit is sharing our food. Inviting someone to come in the door out of the cold is sharing our shelter. If somebody unexpectedly drops by, even if we aren't feeling very cheerful at the moment towards each other, we need to be cheerful towards the person that has stopped by, because that is offering hospitality too. Hospitality is in our attitudes, it's in our actions, and it's in what we say. So we're going to practice this week using hospitality in our actions and in what we say so that our attitudes will just automatically, without even thinking about it, always be hospitable, which means having hospitality. I know that's a lot for you guys, but you'll get there and you have a lot of years to learn. Now, I'm going to read you the verse from the Bible where this character quality comes from. I'm opening my Bible. It comes from the book of Hebrews, which is in the New Testament. So I'm opening up the Bible. and I'm finding the book of Hebrews, and I'm looking for chapter 13, verse 2. I know you guys are still learning to practice looking things up in the Bible, but here is the big number, the 13, and then verse 2 is the little number right there, and it says, "Do not neglect to show hospitality to strangers, for by this some have entertained angels without knowing it." Did you know that? Did you know that once, a very, very, very long time ago, somebody had some strangers to stay with them, and they didn't know they were actually angels? It's amazing. But God wants us to be hospitable to all people, even each other. And that is going to be hard to work on. But we will. Okay. Good night, boys.